Hi everyone, my name is Americ and this is Kenny, and we are here to break down the preview for the upcoming episode of Game of Thrones, which is season 7, episode 5, titled... we don't know. This game that HBO keeps playing with our minds is just ridiculous. Like, the last episode was Spoils of War. You could have said it. You weren't gonna, like, you know.
It wasn't a major giveaway.
No, really not. I don't get it.
They're toying with us, Americ. They're toying with us.
We've seen the preview and we're gonna break down what it's gonna be all about. Let's do this. First frame, the Lannister army in defeat.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
Covered in, oh, this is a great shot.
I know.
It's such a great shot.
The sunlight through the dragon's wings.
I know.
This is the sunset of your times, House Lannister.
I know. And you see them just sort of like walking towards their doom. It's kind of like,
it's a little Walking Dead-ish going on.
It weirdly reminds me of some like the White's army.
Yeah.
Sort of like lumbering their way to Daenerys, right? Who's in the background, you can see just surrounded by her Dothrakis, and then you see a closer look of that a little bit further, and you see so Daenerys standing on her rock, dragons behind, Dothrakis on her side, and you see Tyrion just hanging out there.
I don't see Jaime.
Don't see Jaime. Clearly, if Jaime made it out, he's not in a good shape.
No, he's not.
And they're like limping their way back to King's Landing.
If they're not captured. I'm hoping they're not captured, but...
You're hoping?
Yeah, I don't
Would you not think it would be interesting?
Jaime's done that already, just like he's done his sister. I don't want him to do things that he's done. I want him to do new things.
So you don't see a captured Jaime in our future.
Right? I hope for no captured Jaime in our future. I hope Bronn was able to take his armored form and swim powerfully beneath the waves to the distant shore.
Bronn is working hard for that money that he lost, by the way. What? So, yeah, things are bleak. Let's talk about actually what they're running away from, if they ran away. Because in this particular scene, Dany is being a little bit...
Tyrannical?
Tyrannical, yeah. Because she does say something differently. Because it's either you join me or you die.
Right.
Which is like... that's not really, you know, that's kind of like Mad Kingsy.
That's not the message.
Yeah, and you can tell that Tyrion doesn't appreciate that message.
No, he does not, and neither does Varys apparently.
You know, here's the thing. I think that's a misdirect.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Right. I think that the scene later on where you see Varys basically telling Tyrion to talk to her, and then we sort of like cut to Dany sort of like towering with her dragon. I think they're hinting at the possibility that she's going mad. They're hinting at the possibility that we might have a Mad Queen situation in effect. I think it's a misdirect.
Okay.
I think that there's another issue that they're fighting about, and I think it has to do with Jon more than anything else. Because this is a victory. If you think about it, they shouldn't be fighting, right?
No, right?
They should not be arguing. This is a massive victory. They really hit their enemies hard. And also, why would Tyrion have a problem with her killing Lannisters when he planned out the Casterly Rock attack where Lannisters were going to be killed?
I think he probably doesn't want to see innocent men who've already given up die, though. Nobody wants to see that. So I think if she's just barbecuing dudes who are like,
attacking, he's cool with that.
He's cool with it, but if they're like, I'm helpless, please don't, and she still fries them, then I think he's gonna have issues.
He doesn't strike me as sort of like that level of, you know, let's be cool, let's follow the rules, let's not go too far. I feel like he tends to, you know, operate in that gray area where sometimes you do what you gotta do.
That's true, that's true.
So, and I also doubt Varys would be pushing for the kindler, gentler Daenerys. I honestly think that the issue, in the case of Varys, when he's saying talk to her, has nothing to do with
the Lannisters.
Yeah, I think it has more to do with Jon Snow.
With Jon Snow.
Because Jon, in this particular case, has been very, very adamant about what he wants.
Right.
And she's also been very adamant about what she wants. So is this the episode where he bends the knee?
I don't know, because if you see that shot near the end, that's Jon that she is towering over with that dragon, and that dragon's about to roar down on Jon Snow's face.
What's interesting in that shot for me is how he's dressed up.
Going north again.
Yeah, he seems like he's ready to go.
Yeah, he's...
Right?
Yeah.
And I honestly think that there is maybe a bit of a standoff here where maybe maybe she's not willing to let him go unless he bends the knee. And that would be the whole like Mad Queen thing. And maybe that's what Varys is like, please, oh God, please, tell her not to kill him. Tell her not to kill him. And it might be like the kind of standoff where she's like maybe gonna use her dragon to scare him, but then we're gonna see Dragon being like, yo, Johnny boy, are you a Targaryen?
I do think she would go as far to Dracarys Jon, though, just out of spite.
She's not going to Dracarys, but she's definitely going to threaten him. Okay. This looks like a threatening kind of mode. This is not like, you know, have a safe trip.
But then there has to be a line that she wants to cross that the dragon won't cross. That's why you have the dragon going, maybe I won't. Maybe he's your nephew. You know.
I just, you know.
Wouldn't it be cool if like another dragon like flew behind and then just like landed behind Jon and like
defended
him? Would that be awesome?
Oh my God, that would be so good. Look, I don't think anyone's willing is ready to deal with this. Here's the thing: I like to go far in my theories, but that's going too far.
That's too far. All right.
I do think I would expect the dragon to recognize him as a Targaryen, and I would expect that to sort of like be his saving grace during that confrontation. Let's move away and talk about Cersei and King's Landing. There's a very interesting shot.
Yes, you pointed that out.
Yes. So there are two scenes here, and at first it looks like it's a similar scene. It's a continuation, but it's not, because in the first scene she's saying whatever is going to come our way, we will defeat it. But the second scene, that's a different scene.
It's a different background.
It's a different background. Yep. She's not sitting in the same area, and in this scene where Qyburn is sort of like, you know, milady out of the way, I think he just gave her some really bad news because she's clutching her chest.
Yes.
She's being very emotional, for lack of a better word.
Her body language is different in that scene than it is when she was just speaking in the preview 2 seconds earlier.
And I don't think it's related to the defeat, because she wouldn't be sad about that. She already got her gold. She lost food.
Unless the news is Jaime and they say Jaime's lost.
Maybe Jaime is like, we don't know where he is.
Yeah, Jaime's
because
missing.
I don't think he would be dead.
Well, yeah, but how many soldiers are missing are just piles of ash?
That's possible. That's very possible. So right now, this might be the Jaime is missing talk.
Yeah.
This is what I think is possibly happening.
Yes, good find.
But I also think that Euron is going to be like, oh, hey, girl.
Slide on in.
Sliding in her DMs and be like, moving on to Winterfell. The shot with crows running away. With crows flying away. Fly, you fools.
If they were running away, that would be disturbing. Why are they running? What's wrong?
All right, I misspoke. Let it go. It's interesting because it cuts back to Dragonstone with Jon in sort of like the situation room, as I like to call it, with Davos, talking to Dany and Varys, and basically saying that Bran has seen that the Night's King is coming on the East Bay Watch.
That's so huge, by the way. How many things have just happened for him to have the knowledge to say that, 1, he knows Bran's alive again, 2, he knows Bran's back at Winterfell, 3, he knows Bran sees things, and he believes it, because he's gotten apparently probably a very descriptive Raven message about that. Or maybe Jon's just to the point where he's just like, you know what, I'm believing anything now. If it's supernatural, I'm buying it. I
honestly think this scene happens before the whole Dany on Drogon towering on Jon. I honestly think this is just a continuation of their ongoing discussion, which is, please give me your men. The shit you're dealing with is not as big as the shit I'm dealing with. And this is more of like, look, I have a letter. And she's like, I still don't fucking know what you're talking about, bro. Bend the goddamn knee.
Danny's like, okay, wait. So your brother talks to ravens who told him what?
Can you just bend the knee for Christ's sake?
Bend the knee.
Bend the goddamn knee.
Well, you know, as I told Sandrine earlier, if you guys want to check our review,
previous review, check it out.
Yeah. It seems to me that Davos is trying to play matchmaker here with Jon and Dany. He's like, I think the light bulb has gone off in Davos's head. He's like, you know, Jon, you could still be king if you're married to the queen. So that's what I think that's coming down the pike too, and I think that's already on Davos's mind. He's already playing matchmaker.
And we've seen in the previous episode that there was a bit of a spark, a bit of a closeness and intimacy here, and it's possible that it might happen to carry on. However, it does conflict with my theory that there's going to be a conflict and with Drogon. Yes. So I'm not going to go with that. But I do think that this is sort of like a continuation of that, and he's probably going to be like, are you like coming with me? Or I'm going to leave, right? I'm leaving right now because it's going down right now, and she's probably not going to be down with that.
Right. Since some people like to complain about, you know, the fact that some characters go from point A to point B so fast, and there's the whole Littlefinger has a TARDIS theory, which, you know, it's funny, but it's not real. Okay. Since it's obviously taken Dany from point X, knowing that her plan did not work and Jon is there and he's mining for dragonglass, and then she flies over and she takes care of business and she has time to bring her Dothraki, and Jon is still mining for dragonglass, and she flies all the way back. Like, how much time has passed that Jon's just been down there going tink?
Well, we can assume days.
Days?
Days have passed.
No, more than days. Like, months have passed.
Well, first of all, for her, flying from one coast to the other is not that long.
No, but Dothraki riding is a
yeah, but we're not assuming that the Dothrakis are here. I think she's back because she can fly her way on Air Drogon anytime she wants. But I honestly think that the problem they're going to encounter here is that they have misaligned goals.
Right.
And there's no way to resolve it. Right. Except Jon going north to fight the White Walkers, or maybe fight Proof for Dany.
Drag one back for her.
Yeah. Maybe go with the dragon.
Well, I mean, it'd be cool. Dany loans him a dragon because suddenly he's a... But see, that's also weird because I feel like the news needs to come to him in a dramatic moment rather than a dragon just sort of nudging him and saying, love me, you're a dragon.
I don't even think if he sees the dragon react to him in a positive way, he's gonna think he's a Targaryen.
Oh, true.
That's not necessarily like that's kind of a leap, right? Like,
but I think him just leaping on its back is also kind of a leap. Going, yeah, away we go.
I like my leaps. All right. But let's talk about Bran warging yet again. Whoa. Love that shot where you see him warging into some crows that end up flying over the army of the Whites. Whoa. Coming. You know we're gonna get a shot of the Night's King. You know this is going down. I'm so freaking pumped. Now, is it possible that Bran does more than just warg? And maybe Bran has maybe a vision?
Oh, that's possible
in this episode? Because it's been a while since we've had Bran vision up in this. I
want another flashback.
I feel like episode 5. We need a flashback.
We have 3 episodes left.
So you know there's gonna be. I expect Bran vision in the next episode.
Bran vision.
I
want to see it.
Yeah?
Give it to us.
But what of? What would you like to see? Just wish list. Go ahead.
Well, wish list. I would like to see the tourney at Harrenhal, but we're not going to because we would have heard of a tourney being filmed.
Okay.
And we didn't. I would like to see something with Rhaegar.
Rhaegar Targaryen.
I want to see Rhaegar Targaryen. Please.
When Dany was born, how many years did she live before she had to flee?
Oh, it was very young. Because she doesn't even remember her home at Dragonstone. So I think she was still a baby.
So maybe he could remember a scene of Rhaegar holding Dany, his sister, as a baby, and you see young Rhaegar Targaryen. Is it young? How old would he have been? At this point,
he was
pretty
old-ish. I would say early 20s.
Early 20s, right? If you have Bran vision, for me, it's gonna have to be Targaryen focused or Night's King focused. Where we're seeing the past of the Night's King, maybe with the First Men, something along those lines. A lot of it is going to be pretty epic. Cannot wait. But what do you guys think? Do you think that we're going to have Bran vision in the next episode? And if so, what are we going to see?
So I want 2 things. I want what you want.
Yes.
And what you think is going to happen.
All right.
That's two, because what I want and what I think is going to happen are 2 totally different things.
I don't know. Well, we'll see. Anyways, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our Game of Thrones reviews and breakdown. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.